What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I ask if y'all please go down there, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, and hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rimmer Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, we got some news involving 2K. Some news I think that y'all really need to hear from a 2K and Take-Two Interactive fans out there. Now, as you see right here on your screen, ain't no optical illusion, ain't no black magic, ain't no Photoshop. What you are seeing is very, very real. Take-Two, meaning Take-Two Interactive, sued over NBA 2K microtransactions. Now let's speak on it. Now, we got an article here giving us the details over what exactly they're being sued for in terms of microtransactions. So without further ado, let's get into it. Game publisher Take-Two Interactive is being accused of theft in a new class action complaint over microtransactions in NBA 2K and the rest of the company's popular sports games. Now, before we move on, didn't I do a video not too long ago about another company being sued, Sony in particular, being sued for $7.9 billion over overpriced games in the PlayStation Store? If you have not checked it out, be sure to go check it out. And didn't I also say in that video, for the people that have checked that out, that this should be happening to more companies, not just Sony. This should be happening to every single gaming company in the world right now. Basically every AAA company in the world right now, every AAA gaming company right now that has microtransactions in their game, they should be having this happening to them. And I find it so funny, it's like they heard me. It's like right after Sony got it, now everybody else is going to get it. Now again, I am not saying I am wishing this kind of luck on anyone. However, when you play in the mud, expect to get dirty. And when you get dirty and then want to go around a bunch of people that just got fresh out the shower, of course they're going to have something to say about it. Probably a poor analogy. I'm saying that to say this. When you make deals with demons, expect demonic consequences. You understand what I'm saying? And when you want to continue pushing the envelope, busting open the door, trying to take the door off the hinges over just how far you can continue to push microtransactions, not only down the throats of adults, but for the children that also play these games, eventually you're going to meet your backlash. Eventually you're going to push too far and people are going to have something to say about it. And also remember this before we move on. There is more than one way to keep them from making microtransactions as ridiculous as they have been. You don't have to just stop buying it. There are other ways too. But I'm going to leave that for you to decipher later. Let's move on. Driving the news, the suit was filed in federal court in California on November 17th by a minor, J.A., who is represented by their mother. It focuses on Take-Two's sales of virtual currency, VC, to buy in-game items in NBA 2K and the inability to transfer that currency to newer versions of the game. I have also said this in the past, not trying to grandstand anything. I've also laid out the foundation, the idea that if you're going to shut down the servers, if you're going to continue to just move forward, the virtual currency that I have from the previous game, I should be able to take over to the next game. It's not like y'all are going to miss any money with that happening. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to continue to make the money. The people that are going to spend money with y'all and continue to give y'all money for whatever reason they decide to do that, you're still going to make money if they're allowed to transfer over their VC from the previous game. If they're obviously not playing it, I should be able to transfer that over. But I'm glad that this is actually being brought to the light now. The suit alleges that Take-Two's approach is unfair, illegal, and greedy, especially when coupled with the claim that it deactivates the servers for its older annual sports games relatively rapidly after new editions are released. Once the servers of a game are turned off, leftover virtual currency is inaccessible. The suit accuses Take-Two of unfair business practices and violating California civil theft statutes, stating in part, by removing plaintiff and the class members' VC, defendants took and stole their personal property or fraudulently appropriated property that had been entrusted to defendants. The other side. A rep for Take-Two declined to comment about the allegations to Axios. I bet they did. The publisher's lawyers have not responded in court. The big picture. Microtransactions in games are lucrative for publishers and a focus for Take-Two, which bases part of its CEO's compensation on customers' purchase of the item. Basically, Strauss Zelnick, we've made videos on this in the past too. Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, he has a contract in place to where he gets more money the more microtransactions people buy. Basically, the more VC you buy, the more microtransactions you spend on season passes, VC, etc. He gets more of a bonus the more you buy that. And then what he has done is gone down to Mike Wang, Ronnie 2K, all the developers of the game, and said, you, Ronnie 2K, go out and promote this game as if it's the greatest thing ever. Mike Wang, I need you to make this game. I tell you to make this game in the shape of they have to buy microtransactions in order to compete online. And that's essentially what it is at the end of the day. So the more microtransactions you buy, the more money that goes in this guy's pocket. Tell me that's not an unfair deal aimed to deliberately siphon money out of the customer. Let me know in the comments section. They are particularly controversial when tied to randomized rewards as so-called loot boxes, which have drawn scrutiny from regulators and governments around the world, as they should. Take-Two was sued over loot boxes by NBA 2K by another minor and her guardian in Illinois last year. Did a video on that too. But in October 2022, a judge ruled the matter should be settled through arbitration, leaving any resolution out of the public eye. I bet in the hell it was. And that is the end of the article. So y'all, with that being said, as I've stated before, when you make deals with demons, expect demonic consequences. These things are going to do more, meaning the lawsuits against these games, if people continue to buy them. If people are going to continue to buy them, just telling people not to buy the game is just not simply going to work. If this is the only true professional simulation basketball game that they have on the market, people are going to buy it. That's just what it is at the end of the day. People are going to buy it. People are going to. Some people may skip out. Some people completely stopped buying it 5 years ago. Guess what? Take-Two Interactive is making more money off of NBA 2K than they ever have before. Believe it or not, no matter how many people stop buying it. So they're going to have the people that are going to spend their money on this game regardless. However, I truly do believe that more and more of these lawsuits are going to continue to pile up since people are going to continue to fund the NBA 2K, and I think that is a good idea. Because the more and more you see of these lawsuits, right? The more and more you see of these people suing Take-Two Interactive for microtransactions, guess what? That's gonna start forcing them to change the way that they're doing things. And also, I will also say this. I do believe that there will be a trickle-down effect. I do believe that it is going to go further than just NBA 2K. It's going to go further than just Take-Two Interactive. It's going to trickle down to other gaming companies, other AAA gaming companies, for allowing this type of practice to continue. And to be honest, we have ourselves to blame. Yes, we can blame the devs, the CEOs, money-hungry people. Yes, we can blame them all day, every day, no problem. But we also have to blame ourselves as the consumers for allowing it to get this bad and get to this point to where people simply have just taken this microtransaction idea, driven it all the way into the ground, driven it all the way down your throat, and now you can't even enjoy the damn game unless you were giving these people more and more and more and more. And enough is enough. It is time to get back to what made gaming great. And I think that steps like this and stop buying certain products after they get too crazy with the microtransactions is the way to go. But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about Take-Two Interactive being sued over NBA 2K microtransactions, man. As long as y'all are respectful and logical, we can have a conversation, but that's the end of my video. Hope y'all enjoyed. It's been a pleasure making it for you, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Goodbye.